But switching gears a little bit, I guess the next, I guess, big company that has more privacy issues. You hinted at it earlier, Brent. Amazon with the $10 palm prints. The best comment I think I saw about it was if they offered more than $10, then people would get a little suspicious. Like, how valuable is my palm print really? If they're willing to offer me a lot more money, but you keep it low enough where, and I'm sure these guys probably spent hundreds of hours figuring out what the right amount is. Is it $10 and $10, $15, $20, whatever it is? And they're like, all right, people are the least, suspicious at the $10 mark. Let's do that, and then run with it. I mean, I think you guys will probably say the same things, but slippery slope, I assume. What do you guys take from it?
Hey, we already talked about the lasers for watching you sleep, and now they want your. I mean, I'm the biggest shopper on Amazon there is. Some things, you ask for a little bit too much data, and I don't care who it is, whether it's a FANG member or even a small guy. Why do you need certain things? It seems like it's not. If it's not an obvious connection, then it makes you start thinking, well, what's going on here? Why do you need this? Like when you load up an app and the app says we need access to 5 different things. It's like, I'm only putting this app on for this one thing here. I don't know why you need access to all the 10. So you just start getting, why do you need every bit of me at this point? I'm struggling with that. I don't care what the vendor is. When you start asking for a certain thing, it's like, no, I'm not ready to go there yet.
The biometric thing, I think, who should own that? And obviously it is the end user, but if there is another person or another agency, it has to be the government, and government collects that information for other purposes, like when you're applying for a citizenship and things like that. They do collect the biometric information. Should that information be with private companies? That's a fundamental question. I don't think it belongs, particularly when you're putting it in the cloud, and we are still in the early stages, and we are going down this path. It's a very slippery slope, and particularly when it goes beyond the country, it gets really tricky. Will citizens or will another country be comfortable with a company owning the biometric information about their citizens, saving that information in a different country? Where does that come up? So all the walls will start to come up, because it is a slippery slope, and companies are going or crossing the line on what is acceptable.
I mean, it's very possible that Amazon themselves in the situation end up being a data broker for biometrics for these companies. So $10 is a low customer acquisition cost in order to get, ultimately like 100% accurate information, essentially, and unique information. You might tie that in with maybe Facebook's facial recognition from photo tagging and stuff like that. 2 and 2 together, you sell that to governments and say, hey, we'll license out, or the Amazon method will be, we'll throw up biometric verification on AWS as a service, go run it over there, and we'll do the image processing and checking and make sure it's real, and you can pay us for it however many times you use it. So slippery slope is 100% right. But I mean, between, handprints and facial, it's pretty much all you really need. I just can't imagine why a handprint would be more valuable than me using NFC on my phone, or even facial recognition. I feel like facial recognition, you can't really get away with because, there's cameras and stuff, but on my, biometrics, what do you really do there?
Oh, that's for the checkout and whatnot, especially if they're trying to get rid of the checkout lines and whatnot. I mean, that's another way of authentication. And there'll be some creative ways that will come up. And it's, to some extent, it's scary.
Yeah. I'm glad you
I'm
brought
just
this one up,
worried
right?
about,
Yeah.
I'm just worried about, you mentioned data brokers. What if you have like a disgruntled employee who has access to this stuff, and for whatever reason, he takes it and sells it on to the black market, data broker black market or something. All of a sudden, like all your face and your palm, there's enough data out there to basically, have you doing all sorts of stuff while you're in your sleep. And, because it's biometric, people are going to think, well, this is legit. I don't know. I mean, once your data is out, once somebody collects it, you don't know what's going to happen to it, even if it's got the best intentions. So, some of this stuff, you got to feel like you got to be guarded, particularly when it starts getting to the biometrics, like your face, your eyes, your palm now, your footprint, I'm sure is coming. I mean, it's got to be, I'm very apprehensive about certain things like that.
I figured it out, Brent. Amazon is building clones. They'll have your face print. They'll have your audio from like all your Echo devices in your house. They'll have your personality based on what you shop and all the other data that they've got on you. They've probably got like your body size from some picture, uploaded an ID somewhere at some point, and then you can just like print people basically and replace the real people with these Amazon bots, and that's what we'll end up with. It doesn't seem that hard.
I'm not even going to limit it to one company.
DNA. Tell me that Amazon doesn't go and either spin up their own 23andMe or pick up 23andMe, and then basically that'll just complete the full circle. And you don't really need anything else. I mean, you got all the pieces together. You might as well put them together. And then those robots will run on AWS.
Let's just say that because you're able to get it, and you might have the best intentions. I'm just worried about somehow a hack, or a leak, or just like I said, a disgruntled employee, and it's out there. You can't get it back. Your palm print can't be changed unless you burn it or something. So there's so many issues around this that when it gets to the biometric stuff, man, it really makes you question a lot of this stuff going on right now.